I just love lamb. I just love Greek food, anything with feta. Let's cook uvetsi. Welcome back everyone to the channel. It's really cold here in Worcestershire. We're down to about -6 degrees centigrade, which is what, about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Very cold indeed. The frost is settling on all the leaves and the plants and the trees. And the chickens, look at them. They're eating hot porridge. That's how cold they are. This is the second day they've had hot porridge. And believe me, they absolutely adore it. I need to look after the girls because the amazing eggs they deliver to me. But it's January, and as I said, it's freezing cold. We need to cook something really warm. Look at the grass, it's rock hard with frost. Let's get in the kitchen, shall we? So I want to cook something warm, something Mediterranean. I want something with lamb, and I want some pasta. All I can think of is uvetsi. Well, first of all, sorry to all my Greek friends out there. I've just completely butchered the pronunciation of one of your most celebrated dishes. It really is one of the nicest Mediterranean delights I've tasted in a long time. So, shall we check out the ingredients and see exactly what we're going to need? I need a pound of diced lamb shoulder, a couple of cups of, a cup of red wine, a cup of water, a couple of cans of tomato pulp or blended tomatoes, even passata's fine, a couple of finely chopped onions, some garlic, oregano, paprika, cinnamon, nutmeg, bay leaf, lots of orzo, a cup of wonderful orzo, some extra virgin olive oil and some feta and some parsley to sprinkle over the end to make it look sensational. Right then, get the stove top on, let's get cracking, get the pan out, thank you, pass me the olive oil if you don't mind, extra virgin if possible. About 3 tablespoons I've got in there. I'm not going to skimp on olive oil in a Greek dish. Get the oil nice and hot, throw that lamb in. Now this is probably one of the most important parts of the dish. We need to get this right. I'm just going to season the lamb with a bit of salt and pepper. And now I'm going to spend 10 to 15 minutes completely cooking the lamb until it's nice and brown around the edges. The crispier and crustier the edges get, the better the flavour at the end of the dish. Yes, this is going to take you a few minutes, so please be patient. I promise you it's worth it at the end. So as you, I've just lost a piece there, oh my God. So as you can see, the lamb is getting some nice crusty brown bits on the sides of our meaty chunks. Once that's reached that stage, what I want you to do then, once it's got nice and brown and caramelised, I just want you to fish out the lamb and pop it on a plate. All the lamb out. All those juices from the lamb contributed to the olive oil as well. So now we're going to throw a bay leaf or 2 small ones in, followed by the garlic that nearly escaped, and a mass of finely chopped onions. I'm using red onions, white onions are fine. And now we're going to spend about 8 to 10 minutes completely cooking our onions, garlic and bay leaves. We don't want them to be completely browned, but we do want them to be softened and lightly browned. So once again, there's quite a lot of standing around stirring with this dish, but as I said before, it's worth it. Once those onions are nicely browned, return all those chunks of lamb, give them a mix in. Let's throw in some nutmeg, followed by some cinnamon, got there eventually, some oregano or oregano if you're American, some paprika. And now I'm going to spend about a minute just getting all those herbs and spices blended in nicely with our meat, onions, garlic and bay leaf and our olive oil. Once it is all blended in, let's throw in some red wine. Whatever red wine you have is perfect. And now we're going to reduce the red wine by half. This is really easy. This is going to take about 4 or 5 minutes. Heat up high, get it nice and cooking away. And what will happen, the red wine will become syrupy. Can you see what I've done there? That's the stage you want. Once that wine becomes slightly syrupy and it's reduced in volume by half, it's time to throw in the same quantity of water. And we're just going to give that a stir and bring it to a boil. And then I've got 2 cans of tomato pulp, tomato passata. You can take a couple of cans of tomatoes and just blitz them with your stick blender. Give that a bit of a mix round. As you can see, it's quite close. If I got a bit too enthusiastic with that wooden spoon, half of it would ended up over the stove. So once it's bubbling away and it's beautiful, turn the flame right down. That's it. Still bubbling away, still nice simmer away. Now we're going to pop the lid on for an hour. 1 hour later, look at that. You can see how intense it is. The colour has become more concentrated. It's got a little bit thicker. It's so rich. As it stands, it's perfect. But now we're going to throw in our orzo, our little pieces of pasta that resemble risotto rice. Throw a cup of orzo into our wonderful mass of tomato and lamb. Give it a stir so all the pasta's completely submerged. That's probably going to take you a minute or two. Good old stir. I love stirring, do you? Once it is, we can then put the lid on, and I want you to forget about it for 20 minutes on a low simmer. And after 20 minutes, can you see the way the orzo has risen to the top? Yeah. And you can see the sauce has been absorbed by those wonderful rice shapes of pasta. Absolutely fabulous. It really is a wonderful dish. It's so easy if you follow all the instructions. And I'm just going to throw on some lovely salty feta now. That's going to bring the dish off to a wonderful finale. A little bit of parsley just for a fresh herby kick, and obviously presentation wise important. That is uvetzi. It's a concentrated casserole of lamb and tomatoes, garlic and red wine, and finished with feta and parsley. It really is wonderful. I want to serve it now, and I want to have a huge portion because I'm absolutely ravenous. Look at that. Can we get a close-up on that? Oh, wow. It's perfect. I'm going to serve it with a big chunk of garlic bread and a salad. Absolutely amazing. That, my friends, is Mediterranean lamb and orzo casserole. Or, if you're in Greece, uvetzi. And don't forget, everybody, if you've enjoyed the video today, please subscribe if you haven't already. I would love it if you smash that like button. And the other thing is, if you make this, I'd love to hear exactly how you get on with it. Look at that wonderful chunk of lamb. Don't forget, tell all your friends about the food revolution going on with Archie Pie. That there is one of the nicest Mediterranean dishes you'll ever eat. I'm starving. I'm going to get stuck in.